Hola, holla, holla if you
This is episode.
15. It's our quinceañera.
It is our quinceañera. It's wild. Episode 15, halfway to 30, which is halfway to 60, which is 60% of 100.
Wow. I mean, sure.
I mean,
I wouldn't have.
it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same time. So, it's just what goes on inside of my head when I think things, So, Chris, what have you brought to the table today of discussions of the world and everything going on in it?
Have you ever watched those, behavior analysis videos?
Yeah,
You know which one I'm talking about?
I think I do. I mean, I took psychology in college. I think we watched some of those.
Oh, okay, cool. There was one about Robert Downey Jr. that ended up getting deleted.
I don't know about it.
It was like weird because it was like really good, but somebody deleted that channel. Almost like he
Deleted
was
the
like,
whole channel?
yeah. He had a bunch
Wow.
he had like a good 10, 15 videos, and they all got deleted just because like some of them, you could tell like Samuel L. Jackson watched it. And it was about the Avengers. Like there was one about the Avengers cast and like how they felt about Brie Larson and like all this stuff, right? And somebody was just like analyzing their body language, and it seems like they got shut up.
Damn, for real?
Yeah,
Why do you think so, though?
because two different channels no longer have any Avenger related content. Two different channels that both did behavioral analysis. Both did one on the Avengers cast. And the Avengers cast in later interviews seemed like they were reacting to the video. Like they had watched it and now they were watching how they were acting. Like they were trying to counter somebody reading them, I guess. And then one of the channels just went dark and nobody knows where he went or anything.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty trippy. I mean, I don't know.
No, yeah, that's really trippy. It's kind of like this whole Epstein thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
little bit.
my friend just sent a meme, and it shows, how Donald Trump gave that dog an award today? Or
Yeah.
like the other
The
day
other
or
day.
whatever. It shows instead of Donald Trump, it's Hillary, and instead of the dog, it's Epstein, and it's a rope, and so like Hillary's hanging Epstein, but I'm like,
Dang. I don't know, dude. I don't think that man killed himself.
I know. Did you see that Navy SEAL or whatever dude that was on the fucking TV with the dog? And he was like saying all these things, and he was like, but Epstein didn't kill himself at the end on the news.
No, but that's funny as heck.
Bro, what? You haven't seen it? Where's my phone was right in front of me. Dude, yeah, it's crazy. How do you feel about this whole Epstein thing, bro? Like, it's kind of the same thing that you were talking about. Like, they're just like shutting it down. Nobody's talking about it except for Joe Rogan.
I wonder what happens when you talk about it. I kind of don't want to find out.
Yeah. Wait. No, come on. It doesn't. I mean, I don't think they're gonna do anything to us, bro.
Right.
I don't think they could.
No.
Pussies. Sorry, I'm egging it on.
I understand.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, he was gonna expose so much shit, Epstein, and then he's dead. And this dude's under 24-hour suicide watch, and he just dies.
I don't know, man.
He just dies under 24-hour suicide watch.
There's some powerful people in the world.
It's scary to know, like, what can happen in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you been seeing Joe Rogan talk about this, like, every day?
Not every
on
day.
Instagram?
Oh,
He's been
yeah, on
talking about it.
Instagram for sure.
Yeah. On Instagram the whole time.
I think Joe Rogan
knows everything.
can't say some stuff. I think he's very limited in his information.
In the information he can give?
The information he can make it seem like he knows. So that's why he always gets nervous when Eddie starts talking. That's why he always gets nervous, because Eddie knows. Eddie knows some stuff.
All right, Chris, let me just say this one thing.
I know exactly
right
what
now.
he's going to say.
He does know exactly what I'm going to say.
Watch.
Chris.
Pick a number 1 through 7.
7.
Oh.
4.
It would have been 4.
The earth isn't flat, Chris. The earth is not flat.
The earth is not what you think it is either.
How can you say that, though, with certainty?
I believe you're being lied to about the capacity of you, the capacity of our sciences, and I do not believe that.
So you think that we're the only one out there, out in this universe?
No, I think
hold on. You think we're the only one that doesn't live on a round planet? Because every other planet we see is round.
Every other planet we see is spherical.
Like
it's us. Not round.
Spherical is round.
We can only see planes.
They're synonyms.
They're planes. They're not spheres. The moon's a sphere, but it's because it's a meteorite. It's not a world or a planet. It's a meteorite.
But every world and planet looks like
it looks like circular, right? It looks like a disc. It doesn't look like a sphere.
God damn it. Listen.
Why do you believe the earth is round? Tell me.
Because, to be honest, I just don't think that they would lie about that.
Why? Why do you trust them?
It's not that I trust them 100%. It's just that there's no reason to lie about that.
Yeah, there is.
What's the reason?
I would venture to say that the reason it doesn't have to be anything that I actually think it is. But whatever Joe Rogan and everybody who does psychedelics taps into when we do psychedelics, that is more information than humanity is ready to handle. And so it's kept from the masses in different ways. Because we're not against mass, consumption of a drug, right? Like opioids and all these pills, we're fine with that. Yeah. Nobody bats an eye at that, literally. Mm-hmm. But the idea that Colorado allowed mushrooms, oh my gosh, we're in danger. And I think the reason we have that instinct of we're in danger is because we know something's not what it seems. But we don't know what it is, and so we're nervous. And most people don't even want to confront it. They don't want to see. If the Matrix was real, there's plenty of people who would just be like, all right, I'm going back.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can go back as Neo, I feel like. And I feel like that's why they would lie. They lie to you so you don't believe you're Neo. So you just follow the crowd, go through the motions, but you have abilities that you can do. It would have to be a whole other podcast. I could explain this, but
I don't know.
This is not the time.
I just don't think. Sorry.
See, but that's the thing. If you're thinking, you're already doing it wrong. Honestly. If you're thinking, you're doing it wrong. It's an experience, regardless of realities. It's an experience that you control. And if you can control it, why would you not? And I think we're kind of bombarded with things that make us not want to control our own futures in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're led into the job force, we're led into school, we're led into college, we're led into most of our beliefs through our like programming, TV and music. You know, the more mainstream, the more the mass. You know, it's like the 70% or whatever, you know, the
Yeah.
majority. We're controllable really easily. And I think we're being controlled in a sense. And it may not even be as diabolical as it sounds. It's just that people are profiting off of your inaction because you are indulging too much in like the fun and like the good stuff. You never make something of your own life. You spent it using all the things that other people did.
Yeah.
You know, it to me, life is valuable in the sense that we all only get one, as far as we understand.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, this is done at some point.
Yeah.
So it makes me like, all right, let's see what we can do. But I feel like most people are kind of like I thought of it like this. Imagine a big long line of like 30 people and we're all going the same way. And then like the top 29, you know what I mean? There's 29 people left. There's two people go down. And then one guy just goes to the right. Eventually that line will just get bigger cuz like people just follow the next person and they don't even know where they're going usually. Like they'll accidentally go to the right and then they'll have a crowd of people following them. And I feel like the world is supposed to be like that. Like we thrive in tribes. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
humans. We get better when we start working together. We're like, hey, what do you got? Oh, you got fire? Cool. I got this. And then we just like transfer things.
Yeah.
Like we always do that. That's crazy. We have capabilities and sometimes I think we waste the life we have focused on like how they work rather than using them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could agree with that. I mean, a lot of people just want to like follow a path that they know somebody has already completed. You know, like whether it's school or whether it's like following like the family business or whatever, they don't want to like actually find out what they can do and like what they can do in their life, what talents they have, what they could make of themselves. Like they just want to become another version of someone else.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's strange. But I feel like we all kind of push down our own desire to do our own thing. Like we have it. Like
Yeah.
when we're by ourselves and stuff. But we push that aside to copy the next person because it's safe. It's weird.
It is weird. It is weird.
I think that's what that's why they lie. They lie to you so you believe you're just this like speck on a speck on a speck on a speck. When really you have capabilities greater than the greatest AI we have right now.
Yeah.
Technically, like your brain does things that that AI will never do. You know what I mean? But we don't spend time exploring that. We spend time listening to other people who have explored it, you know, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think we should be experimenting and taking notes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we should be attempting to find answers. Kind of like a Terrence McKenna type thing where if we can come back with some sort of a map, maybe we could explain this stuff. And I think some people have already found out what this stuff is and are hiding the truth from the larger public
Mm-hmm.
with the benefit of them being able to control, you know, different avenues, whether it be like banking or this or that. So I think there's like an organization almost set up to keep people in a loop.
Like Big Brother, basically.
I
Kinda?
always hear that, but I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Big Brother is?
No. I know it has something to do with exactly what I'm talking about, but that's it.
Bro, how do you not know what Big Brother is?
You thought I was joking?
Like, I've said it before.
Yeah, I kind of just go with it.
I know. You've never told me what, or you've never told me that you didn't know what Big Brother was.
I didn't know it was like that big of a. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know what I was missing.
So basically, it's from the book called 1984.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it originated. And it's a good book. It's a really good book. And basically, he wrote it in 1949, right? And the story takes place in 1984. And like it's just like it's a total like basically there's just a shit ton of propaganda and like everything like is listened in on by Big Brother. Big Brother is like everyone that's controlling society. So like Big Brother is always watching, Big Brother is always listening. Big Brother is like the NSA. You know? Like
Yeah.
and this was in 1929 that he wrote it.
Oh gosh.
So like and it's a super famous book. I'm surprised you didn't read it. I read it in school.
I didn't like school.
Neither did I, but I liked this book.
I didn't like them telling me what book to read. So I just didn't read it. I just like Cliff Notes it or just BS it.
I don't think
I just read like 10 pages.
I don't think they told us to read this book. I think that my teacher just was like, "All right, I'm gonna do my own thing." I had Mr. Alt, so like he kind of just did whatever, whatever he wanted. And then you've never seen the TV show Big Brother? It's a TV show where you're watching all of these people live in a house, basically.
That's
And-
so weird.
Yeah, so it's still like Big Brother is always watching because these people are just living in a house being watched. And it's like a game show and shit, and they have like challenges and they vote people off or whatever. I forget. I haven't watched it in years, but it's still the same like kind of premise.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Big Brother is basically like what's behind the scenes, the Illuminati, the whatever, you know?
I feel it. Interesting.
So you've talked about Big Brother a lot before, but you just never knew
Yeah.
what it was called.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. A little lesson in history. But you should read that book, 1984,
84.
by George Orwell. I think that's his name. Let me see. Yeah, George Orwell, 1984. It's such a good book. Yeah, the story takes place in an imagined future, the year 1984, when much of the world has fallen victim to perpetual war, omnipresent government surveillance, historical negationism, and propaganda. Great Britain has become a province of a superstate named Oceania, and like who is ruled by the party who employ the thought police. So like they police your thoughts. It's a good ass fucking book.
See,
It's
like
scary though.
that's what I don't want to get to.
Yeah, where they're just where they control your thoughts.
Or where they attempt to.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing in Sword Art Online. They were trying to do that. Like,
have you ever seen Maze Runner?
no.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think you like it. It's pretty good. It's a good show.
I could imagine. No, I've
But it's
like
like that.
seen parts of it. I know what it's about, and I read one of the books.
Oh, okay.
I just never seen the movie.
I
I
like
used to read a lot more than I do now.
Yeah, I don't read.
You should read. I think
I have too short of an attention span.
you just think you do.
No, but like I really just I don't want to. Like I know I could, but it's like I get bored.
I
I'm
don't
just
get
like,
bored. I just like I get lost.
I have to be in a mood.
I'll get like lost in a story and just read
Like if the power goes out
again.
Yeah, if the power goes out, I'll read. If it's like early in the morning, I just want to be quiet, like I'll read. Or like late at night, I'll read. But like, I don't really read like readable things. I just read whatever's around. So I'll be like, oh look,
Twitter,
Twitter.
Instagram,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I feel that. I mean, like most of my reading nowadays is that too. But like all growing up, I used to read a lot, which is weird because I don't read it at all now, ever.
Yeah, it used to be a thing that like you were supposed to do too, like
Mm-hmm.
reading every night.
I know.
Good times. Actually, I really hated that because like homework.
Did you remember accelerated reading?
Yeah,
The
I was
AR
like,
tests, bro? Dude.
I was like 6th grade level and 3rd grade.
Yeah. Same.
And I was
I
like,
was reading like 7th grade books in like fucking 2nd grade or whatever.
I was just like, can I go home? Like, obviously, I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
No, but like for real, I was just like, why are we here?
Yeah.
You're wasting my time. At like 7 years old, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's a waste of my time, guys.
No, yeah. I'm like, I already know this. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then you always had that kid who was like, this is hard. And I'm like, you literally were just talking the whole time. Like, that's why it's hard.
I was
just
talking
said
the
it.
whole time.
See, but like you understood how to like teach yourself if you needed to.
Oh, dude, I taught myself so many things in school because I just wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. But like every kid can do that.
Yeah. Dude, in fucking high school, you can ask David about this because we both went to the same, where we were both in the same class. But in high school, I would literally just sleep the entire period for our 6th period, me and David's. I think it was 6th period.
Man, I wouldn't trust people like that.
What?
I wouldn't trust people to like let me sleep around them.
Oh, dude. Well, I sat right in front of the teacher's desk. It was the teacher that I asked to change my grade, and then he changed it. So, like, it would be so funny because somebody else, like Nolan, would be falling asleep, and then me and David would look over, and then we'd see him falling asleep, and then Mr. Rothfelder would just, like, look at him and be like, Nolan, wake up. You gotta wake up. Pay attention. And then fucking I would get tired as fuck because it would be the last class, and I would just put my head down and sleep the entire period until we did our classwork at the end or whatever. And I would just sleep the entire period, and David would look over, and like I'm right in front of the teacher's desk, so he could just see me sleeping like whenever.
He didn't care?
No, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, oh, I already know Tim knows this. So then I'd like wake up, do the classwork real quick, and then go back to sleep. Like, fuck this.
That was a good time, man. You know, I got what's it called? I got a permission slip. A permission slip. I got a thing that's, you know how there was a rule where you can't wear your hat in class? Well, I wanted to wear my hat in class. And so I just told my teachers, like, hey, I just feel more comfortable if I wear my hat in class. And like 5 out of 7 were chilling. Like they were like, cool. If it helps you do your work, we know you do your work, Chris. You're chilling. Wear your hat. I was like, bet, thank you. One lady, she didn't let me do it at first, and then like the principal like gave her a look, and then she did it. But then I had one teacher, I don't know if you knew him, Skousen.
Oh, you had Skousen?
Yeah. And he did not like it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, see, I understand that the doctor prescribed. I had a doctor note that said I was allowed to wear a hat in class to protect from like fluorescence or something, right? Some BS. And he knew it was BS. So he was pissed.
I could imagine Scouts being mad at that.
And they were literally like, no, you have to let him wear the hat. He has a paper. This paper means...
Yeah, the fluorescent lights definitely fuck with you without a hat on.
They do. No, honestly, I just felt really like self-conscious, and I just wanted to chill. And so like when I had my hat on, I felt like I was chilling, right?
No, yeah.
And I was doing my work. Like, I was like, there's no problem. I'm not in a gang. Like, just let me wear my hat.
Yeah.
And Scouser was not having it. So he called us saying, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. And then my dad called him after hearing the voicemail, and then he let me wear my hat.
Wait, but when was this?
And
It was in high
senior
school.
year.
Your dad called him?
Well, cause like we had already gotten everybody involved at that point, and he was the only one not complying with the school mandated thing.
Yeah.
So my dad was just like, I could get you fired. I don't even know what he said. Like, my dad just called him. To this day, I don't know like what happened. All I know is I could wear my hat, and then I left the school like a month later.
I remember when you
Dropped the
left.
mic. That's how you do it.
That.
I literally changed rules,
Wait.
and then I left.
What? Oh, that's for English, right? Scousen?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Who else did you have for classes? Like, who did you have for algebra too?
Okay, wait. So 9th grade I went, 10th grade, 11th grade.
Did you stay in school for 9th, 10th, and 11th, or no? Because I feel like you didn't.
No, okay. So 9th grade I went to Boma High,
Mm-hmm.
and then I left halfway through, and I went to REI, which was an online school.
Yeah.
And then I finished 9th and I did 10th, like that.
Oh, all of 10th?
Yeah.
On the online?
Yeah. And then I went to 11th. I was like, all right, I'm going to go into regular school.
You went in 11th grade.
Yeah.
Because I remember, yeah, I used to see you all the time.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And then I left, and then I came back, and I left again. And then I came back for 12th grade for a few months. I left. I came back one more time because I thought I could graduate here. And then I left last time after I got the hat thing. I got two things. I got the hat thing switched, and I got my schedule changed back to my original schedule. But one of my really cool teachers left.
Which one?
Her name was Keisha. And that was all we called her. Like, but she was like the medic nurse.
Oh.
But she was teaching like a CPR class or something that I was taking. Oh, I was in first responder.
Oh, I remember that.
So I was taking that, and then I was in that class, and she left to a different school. And so I was like, well, that was my favorite class, so I'm leaving.
I hate you.
Yeah, because they switched my schedule. When I came back, I got a weird schedule, and I was like, what is this? I hate this. Switch me back. So I switched back to my original schedule, and then I realized that teacher was gone. And a couple of my friends had left, and I was just like, all right, I'm out. That's it. I tried.
Yeah, I just went all 4 years at Beaumont High School.
I like the zigzag, though. Like, I feel like it gave me life experience in a weird way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does. But I just stayed 4 years. All 4 years I went to.
How was
school.
that?
I mean, it's cool, I guess. Because, like, I mean, I went from kindergarten to 6th grade at one school. And then for 1 year, I went to, like, another school. I went to Mayfair. And that was the high school. And then I went back to the middle school here. And then the next year, I went back to the high school. So it was, like, 3 years of going to, like, different schools in a row. But besides that, I kind of just stayed where I first started. I didn't do anything like drink or anything in high school, which is weird.
Me either.
Do you feel like most people do? I feel like most people do.
I thought most people did, but I'm realizing, like, maybe not.
Because, I mean, I had classes where, like, people would come into school drunk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's weird. That's cool, I guess.
My friends always used to eat, like, edibles before class.
Your friends?
Yeah. They never gave me any.
Did you ever ask or no?
No, I really didn't know what they had.
I feel like David said you had an edible cookie, like, a long time ago.
I did.
Like, a long, long time ago.
Yeah, but I didn't eat it because I was nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it from them?
No, I don't know where I got that. I think somebody just told me it was an edible, and I was like, I don't want to test it. Because they were making their own.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, yes, you just grind up the weed and put it in the brownie.
There's so many other things you got to do.
No, I know. I don't know if they knew what they were doing at all.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of friends did you have in high school?
They were like the hippies. Like, you know those kids that walk around with a guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ask?
Yeah.
That was me freshman year. You didn't go there then.
I wasn't there when you were there in freshman year. But yeah, I knew some of those peeps. And then, like, the circle just got bigger, and then you don't really know people when you leave the school for a year and a half.
Because I feel like you probably knew the same people I knew. But then, like, you left after 9th grade or, like, part of 9th grade, and then I came in when you were in 10th grade, and you weren't even there. And then after my 9th grade, I was out of that circle and into, like, a whole new circle.
The circles, man.
Of sports and shit. My circle of friends in high school was so weird, and it rotated so much. I don't know. Like, did you think that our school had, like, the cliques, like, that's always portrayed in, like, movies and shit?
I think the closest thing you had was, like, there were groups of people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so cliche.
No.
But yeah, there were definitely, like, cliques. Like, you knew
who hung out with who.
Yeah.
But, like, they weren't always like, oh, it's only the football players and only the, like, whatever, you know? Like,
no,
there's,
yeah.
like, the jocks,
you
the
could
nerds. It was more
High School
like
Musical
there was
changed everything, man.
It was more like there was the hill people, there was the
the hill.
There was the people that sat in the quad.
You know what's funny? I sat in the same area in 2 different groups.
Really?
Yeah, where we sat, like, for real, that's where we sat, because that was by the construction site, like, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where we used to sit in 9th grade. But then I came back in 11th grade and just ended up sitting there. It was weird. I was just like, what's going on?
I don't know. I went from, like, reading in the library every morning to,
really?
Like, yeah.
Dude, you explored the school, man.
I did. I went everywhere. Because I was like, sometimes I'd be at the lunch line. Sometimes I'd be, like, wherever. I had 0 period one year, so I was there every morning.
Before everybody?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was cool. It was cool. I had 0 period for 3 years.
What would you do? Just, like, sit?
Well, not really.
Oh,
like,
0 period.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why I thought you were just there an hour before school started and doing nothing. Just, like, walking around. I was like, you really did that?
No, I didn't.
What were you doing? It was, like, PE?
Yeah, no. Academic decathlon. Yeah. But, I don't know. Yeah, like, I had a bunch of different weird groups of people that I knew and was technically friends with, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, you knew people when they were younger, but now they were really starting to blossom.
Yeah.
You're just like, whoa.
I don't know, like,
look what happened to you over summer.
I know.
What's going on?
It's weird. Like, I kept in touch with a lot of people. Like, I still have a lot of friends. Like, you, David, Oscar, all of them. All my, like, close friends from high school I still know. But, like, there's, like, I look back and I'm like, damn, I hung out with them a lot. You know?
Right? Yeah, that's fun, though.
There's so many times that you look back on your life and you're like, damn, that feels like a lifetime ago.
I know, it really does. I'm like, dang, what is a lifetime? Like, how do old people feel?
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right. What is that? What wisdom
is? What do you think about, sir?
Is that what wisdom is? But I feel like, because, like, the older and older I get, the more and more memories that I have, right?
The more I pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Like, I used to just brush them off.
No, same. And now I'll remember some, like, mundane thing from, like, 17 years ago, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's crazy because you don't appreciate your environment a lot. You're always striving for the next thing.
Yeah.
But
See,
then you gotta look back and you're just like,
that's what I think that I do well. Is like I live in the moment. Like I've always lived in the moment. Like I'll do some random ass fucking shit for no reason because I'm just living in the moment. I'm like appreciating everything right now as it is. You know?
we used to be real in the moment. Like after high school,
I was, yeah.
oh, you were probably crazier, but like I felt like we were just mobbing out all the time. Like on some
no, yeah, on some random shit.
yeah, just hey, you down? Yeah, and we're just like in LA.
I know. I miss that, to be honest.
That was fun. Just like early days, just like nobody's doing nothing. Hey, you want to skate and maybe go to the beach and skate at the beach and then come home and skate at the park? Ah, crazy time. I never got that good at skating though. I'm kind of sad.
You wanna go to Long Beach at fucking 2 a.m?
Oh man, that feels like a lifetime ago, man. How long ago was that? 3 years?
Maybe
4
3.
years?
3 or 4. 3, I think.
It
was 3.
It was 2016.
Yeah.
Dang.
Maybe
That
even
feels
it might have been
ago.
2017.
Dude, 2 a.m. What
I
time
just got off work.
Yeah, we waited for Tim to get off of work.
And then we
were
just
going
left.
to the beach.
We just left to Long Beach. Just said, fuck it.
We came back at what, like 6?
Bro, we were at Denny's at like 5.
Oh, man. The sun was coming up. We were falling asleep. That was like the mid-90s days, dude.
You were asleep on the way back.
No, I was out. Me and David.
Yeah, you both were out.
That was too much. I don't know how you guys stayed awake. I had a feast. I ate.
Oh, at Denny's?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is we didn't even like smoke. We didn't do anything.
No, that was just innocent fun, man. Back in the day.
It was literally just exploring.
We went to the Hollywood sign and like went to the back of the Hollywood sign where you can't really go anymore.
No.
I mean, I think you can sneak up there, technically. Nolan.
Allegedly. Allegedly, we can get to, yeah. Allegedly.
But
I got to take you to that secret skate spot that boom. I don't know what just happened. I can't speak. But I got to take you to that secret skate spot that's built over there, dude. It's fucking sick.
I really want to skate again. I want to skate.
We got to keep at it and just learn. You know?
Keep it what?
Keep at it.
Oh, keep at it. I thought you said keep at it. I was like,
no.
Keep at it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I know. I just want to learn like some basic like flip tricks and stuff.
Just like, well, yes.
Like I don't need to be all Niger going down the 22 stair talking about, oh, I do this for the culture. No. I just want to enjoy the culture.
Yeah.
That's not my innovation right now. Maybe later. Let me work at it. But
it'll be Olympics 2024. We'll be there.
2032.
That long?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be too old.
Dude.
Think about it. 2024, I'll be 26.
Really?
And you'll be 27.
Oh my gosh.
I think, right? I'm 21 right now.
I'm
but 22. I'm almost 22. 2020, I'll be 22. 23. Yeah. So 2024, you'll be 27. I'll be 26.
Man, 27 years old. That sounds crazy.
You're almost 23. 23, and that sounds crazy to me.
23.
It's
Dude,
22.
21 went by fast. I didn't even know I was 21. Like, people still ask me, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 20. Oh, I'm 22. Hey, I'm 22. Hey, yeah. Check my ID. Look at that. Count that. Count
I
that.
know. I'd be like, I'm 21. I'm like, oh. Feels like I just turned 21, and now I'm almost 22. And I'm like, oh, no.
No, I know, right? It came fast. This year was like a snap.
It really was.
Like, a lot of things happened, but it just feels like, what? We just fast forwarded? It's trippy.
It is.
Like, I can still remember New Year. Dude, I barely watched the Akira movie on New Year.
Okay, Akira
Barely.
is like a 1980s movie?
About 2019.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that was weird. That was really trippy to watch it on when the year turned 2019 for it being about 2019.
Did you watch it in Japanese or English?
English, I think. I think we watched it technically in Japanese,
With English subtitles?
possibly. I don't know. I feel like I understood it more than I did, though. So that doesn't make sense, right? Like, no, I honestly feel like we watched the English version,
Probably. I would imagine that you would.
but it was good either way. It was like really good animation, like top notch. And then the storyline was trippy.
I want to watch it.
I want to watch it with you and David, like the first time you guys watch it, to be honest. I don't know if we can work this out,
Should
but
we watch it on the podcast?
yeah, we
I'm
should
just
do
kidding.
like the fight companion thing.
Yeah.
We should
Well,
do that.
Yeah, we could do like a video. Because
We should do
we
it
could
live.
do like a video to like reactions. Because I feel like live reactions watching a movie, you can't really like talk about it as much as like a sporting event.
Well, yeah, but I just mean like live reactions.
Yeah. We'll just like cut it together
Yeah,
though. So it's not like the same length as the movie. And there's just a bunch of like pauses.
it's trippy.
I'm ready. I want to watch it.
We'll see. We'll see if you're
But
ready.
if I watch it, we got to watch it in Japanese with subtitles.
Okay,
What else do you want to talk about today? We could go on for like 30
you want to
minutes.
do the nostalgia time?
Oh, we could do that.
We were kind of already going into it,
Yeah, we kind of already did it almost.
but like just a couple more if
Yeah.
you want to.
I'm down. What did you think of any like since the last time we podcasted? You know what's really nostalgic to me? The old iPod commercials with like the silhouettes dancing with earbuds in their ears.
Oh wow, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, and you actually had wires.
Yeah. Dude, technology nostalgia is so weird. 'Cause like it ramped up so much during our lifetimes. You know, like, do you remember Singular?
Yeah,
The little orange dude?
the little blob.
Yeah. Singular? Like, what the fuck was that?
Sprint.
It was like AT&T Singular or whatever. And now, like, AT&T has gigabyte download speed fucking Wi-Fi with AT&T fiber.
I remember when Wi-Fi was first coming in. That was a weird feeling because only the rich had the Wi-Fi. Everybody else was stuck on some old sidekick looking, they just got a QWERTY. You guys had the interwebs, and it was like sucky internet too. It was
See,
like go
so
on
like,
Facebook.
yeah, I had pretty decent internet for a long time, right?
Really?
Like my whole life, I had decent internet. From the time that we had first got a computer to the time that I moved here, I had internet. Like I had good internet.
Wow.
When I moved here at the height of internet gaming, at the height of like Xbox 360, fucking Black Ops 2, everyone's on it, that we were like, nah, we're not going to get internet. And I didn't have internet from like 2012 from 8th grade to, I believe, 10th. So like
Wow, the
halfway
dark
to
ages,
halfway
bro.
through 10th grade, I finally got internet.
Wow, that explains so much.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But
I mean, like, I used to read just because I didn't have internet. I would play video games, but I couldn't play online. I only played single player video games.
wow,
I would just get like super good playing bots on the highest level on Call of Duty over and over and over and over.
I believe it. I've seen this in action. This kid is crazy on the microphone.
Yeah. But like, it's weird. Living without internet taught me that now I appreciate internet so much more. I'm like, wow, this really is like the greatest thing ever.
I know, right? Have you ever? Did you ever go over to our apartment?
Mm-mm.
No, right? But you know which ones I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one's off the 60.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed in the two middle ones. And both times we only had cable. We didn't have Wi-Fi. And so we only had a Wi-Fi when we came to our grandma's house. That was weird. We were downloading like everything we could. We found this thing. Like, did you ever find those like iPod apps that would let you download movies and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how we all found that, but we all were just like,
Yeah.
I had like 30 movies on my phone and like 50 YouTube videos just downloaded to this weird, like, jailbroken app.
Yeah, that weird app that would always have like the weird like because back then it would show you what was like playing on the whole screen or whatever when your phone was locked, and it would always have that weird like link.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know what we were signing up for.
No.
Dude, that was some weird stuff.
It was fun. Those are the days.
Those were the, like... Man, we're the first trolls.
We are the first trolls. This is the first like generation of trolls. I mean, technically I guess comedians would be trolls back then.
Well, I just mean, like, we're the first ones who were really figuring it out.
Yeah.
We came out and we showed people like Bella.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we're just like, ah!
But like
Wi-Fi, emoticons.
nowadays I feel like kids use it too much. Those like
No, yeah,
way too much.
they're hyperactive as heck because of it.
Yeah, because dude, I feel it myself now. Because I'm like, I back in the day, I used to be able to just sit down, play a single player game by myself, do nothing else. You know, now if I'm playing a single player game, I have a YouTube video on in the background. Like I have to have that on, or else I can't focus or whatever. And I'm just like, why do I need this? I've been training myself to not need like a bunch of things going on at the same time, you know?
That's good.
It's hard. It's fucking hard because I'm like, oh, I just want to like grab my phone, do something. Like, oh, I'm not doing anything right now. Go on Twitter. But in reality, I could just lay down for 10 minutes and just think. And that would be better for me than going on Twitter right now.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's weird. I'm in a weird mind state right now.
Me too.
Like, I'm just in like a growth mind state. I'm like, all right, now I figured some shit out. I'm trying to just like become the best me that I can be. Let's get it. And I'm just ready.
That's good, dude.
Yeah. I'm high as fuck.
Are you?
I don't know if you guys know this. We have a plug play. So we've been hitting that King Louis.
King Louis is my favorite so far.
Yeah.
It just always hits the same.
I like the way that it feels, but apple slushy is the best tasting one.
I haven't even seen that one, dude. They're always out at the good one.
Really?
When I go. Like, I always go at the dumbest times.
I know you do.
But, yeah. So I just get this one because I know I like it.
I feel that, though. You got to get strawberry champagne.
I want to try strawberry champagne and Masterpiece OG.
Masterpiece is okay. I like it.
You tried it already?
Yeah.
You know there's two, right?
Fire OG.
Okay.
And Masterpiece OG. I tried both.
This Masterpiece so fire.
No.
Deja vu.
But no, yeah, one of my friends had Masterpiece OG. in one of his. So I tried it. It's good. Like, it gets you high.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high percentage, but
As a plug would do.
yeah. But like, I prefer King Louis over it.
Really?
How it feels, yeah. For an indica, I like Fire OG more than King Louis.
You've tried Fire OG?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was like.
I like it. It's
I
a
kinda used
pure
it in
indica.
a dark time. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a pure indica, so I like it. But I still think apple slushy or the pineapple cooler tastes the best.
Yeah, they had some good flavors on there.
And Vic
Apple
Mensa
slushy was probably
there.
the best one. Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, right? I love Vic Mensa. Now he's just with the only pen that we smoke.
Have you ever seen
You could shout out your channel and your new video.
oh yeah,
Like, talk about that.
I made a new video on my That Wolf Guy channel. And it's kind of an advice column, but not really yet. Technically, I think it could be, and I think it'd be fun to just have people send in questions rather than me answering random ones. But I think that's still fun too. Like to just see somebody randomly answer all these dumb questions.
Yeah.
Well, some are dumb and some are like legit, but either way, like it's just fun to see somebody answer, I think.
Yeah.
So like I would make that and then
Yeah, you made like, it's like the start to an advice column, basically.
yeah, it's basically the trailer to the advice column.
Yeah. And it's good. It's dope. I watched the whole thing. Like,
Came out
before it was released.
Pre-releasal. Rehearsal?
Release.
Release.
Pre-premiere.
Premiere Pro.
I used DaVinci.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I just cussed in his house.
How
I'm
dare
sorry.
you.
I gotta wash my mouth.
Dude, I've been using DaVinci and like
How's it feel?
Dude, I've been liking it a lot. Like, I'm learning all of it now. So I'm just like, I could do this and this.
What did you find out?
Just like shortcuts, just like ways to like ease of life things, you know? Instead of like having to click on a bunch of different things, learning like all the short keys, the hot keys, everything, the ins and outs. It's dope. You used Premiere, huh?
Yeah, for that one, because my thing won't let me download it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
DaVinci. It says I need a GPU.
Oh, that makes sense. It's a graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
That's my Toby face. Toby Maguire.
Why did I think that was Toby Maguire?
Uncle Ben.
Uncle.
Watson.
Why is that so good though? Why is that such a good Toby Maguire face?
That's just his face, man. I don't know. I was crying one time and I was just like, hey, you know what that looks like?
I look like Toby Maguire.
And he just whispers. And then he like starts to foam his eyes, and then he gets like that little like, you know what I'm talking about? That's how he sells it.
You just fucking like studied the way he cried.
Dude, literally.
Oh no.
I do that. Okay, that's our last topic. Let me talk about that.
Okay.
I watch facial features way too much. Like in slow motion, and I play it back. Psychologically speaking.
Oh, so not like you actually like go through and you're like watching a movie and you're like, wow. And
No, I mean maybe when I sleep, but that's another topic. We'll get there.
I need this.
No, okay. So I think, what was I just saying? No, I was saying something. Hold on.
The facial.
Oh yeah. So like, have you ever watched Lie to Me? Like for real?
Lie to Me.
The TV show.
No.
Oh, it's a really good TV show. I'll show you a trailer just so you know like what I'm talking about. But like he went to Africa or wherever, and he just studied a bunch of people's faces for like 15 years or something. He
Mm-hmm.
comes back and he starts helping the FBI, like, you know, catch the real people while not incriminating people who could be innocent. You know, had they known the truth. And so he uses like kind of suggestive reasoning and then just like educated guessing, but like really educated based off of your facial expressions and off of the idea that most people are like primal with their facial expressions and can only really like protect them if they know about it. And most people don't really think about it. You know, most people just go through their day and not even realize they're doing that with their face. But it's sending signals even if their words are different. And that's why I like Mac Miller because he has an album called Watching Movies with the Sound Off. And if you watch movies with the sound off, you'll see that their faces are making different, like, you know what I mean? You'll see the actress in the role. You won't see like sometimes you get lost in it because the way they sound, and they're convicted or whatever, they're crying. But sometimes like that's just a trick for your eyes or your ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you turn off the sound, you can see people's true emotions. It's weird. I don't know. I thought it was a little deeper than most people thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been thinking about stuff like that and just like how those were real people, just like acting. You know what I mean? Like in everything, those were just normal people. It wasn't like they could feel like those people, but they're not necessarily the people they portray
Yeah.
all the time.
Unless it's like
Biographical.
well, yeah, that and like method actors tried to like
Right. But like even then they
no,
kind
yeah.
of turn it on and off. Or
Well,
they try to.
depending.
Yeah. Well,
Some people. Cuz like that's the idea of method acting, right? Is like not turning it off.
yeah, but then
It's
they
just
go to a different role.
going to yeah, but like I mean like for year, like 2
Yeah,
years
for the
somebody
process.
2 years somebody will be 100% on that entire 2 years.
That's so
And they
intense.
kind of like become that person, you know. Like they change their diet, they change everything about themselves to become that role,
Yeah, that's crazy.
which is like
It's
that is
intense.
crazy. Like people were saying when Jim Carrey was playing Andy Kaufman,
Uh-huh.
that like that was Andy Kaufman. Like it was some. Have you seen that documentary? That's the
Mm-mm.
only reason why I thought about it, because I was like Jim Carrey literally like became Andy Kaufman.
Mm.
It's crazy. You got to watch the documentary but like I get what you mean where most actors are like, oh, you can see that they're just
Well, it's not even that you could see it as if they're not a good actress.
no, yeah.
But it's subtleties in your like face that you can just tell true emotion, even if words are saying other things.
Yeah.
So I like watching like politics like that. Like that's how I watch the debates. Is I'm just watching. I listen to what you're saying, but I know you're fluffing me.
Yeah.
So let me see how you feel about what you're saying. And then that gives me an idea of like, okay, well, I can trust you here, but right here, let me just check. Let me just fact check you. Let me just, it's just like a little red flag. It's not even like you're certain that
Yeah.
you know something, but it's like, hey, check that out real fast. That looks a little suspicious.
I try to like I feel like growing up I was always like self-conscious of the facial expressions that I was making.
Yeah.
So I'd always just try to have a blank face, like going into anything, basically. Like I didn't try to like show any emotion, like or like it's kind of like when people are like, I don't turn on my blinkers because I don't want these people to know my next move.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go into this with a blank. It's like a poker face. Like I don't want anyone to know what I'm here for or anything.
I
Like,
feel it.
Void of emotion,
Yeah.
basically. And that's how I kind of just like went through high school and like everything. I was just like, okay, try to keep my face just like, I don't know. It was weird. It's
Like
something that like I always remember
Smooth
thinking.
SpongeBob.
Basically, it's something that I always just remember thinking. I was just like, just don't like show. I don't know. It was weird. It's a weird thing to like remember.
Yeah.
that I just always thought about like what my face was doing at the time. I don't know if it's like a self-conscious thing or like I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty cool though that we
Yeah.
did that at that age. I remembered something, and I was gonna tell you. No, I really did. It was on the tip of my tongue, and then I just said that comment, and I was just like, "What were you just saying?"
About like controlling my facial like
Oh, I because of, you know,
mm-hmm.
I started realizing that it's almost like the premise of that movie, the Who Lied First.
Yeah.
But I started realizing that most people will trust you regardless of your credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at yourself, you're like, they'll look at this, they'll look at that, they'll look at that. But usually they just look up because they're thinking about all that for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing the defense mode, and then you just gotta like realize which mode they're on, and you can like mess with it. And so that's what I like to do as like a troll, right?
Yeah.
Like I like to look people directly in the eye
Yeah.
so that they know I see them. And I'm just like, woohoo! Big summer blowout. And they're just like,
That's what I never understood why people were afraid of eye contact.
yeah.
That's one thing
totally get
I never understood. Cuz I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not hiding anything."
Right. But the people who are.
Yeah. That's weird.
No, but the thing is, I want you to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that I try to do it with everybody all the time. It's just like, I know you're not really wanting to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally just kind of a product of your environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, try it. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. Cool. But like, don't just not like it because your friend doesn't like it. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I always tried to like point that out to the point where somebody would just be like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, just try it. And then they like it. And then you're like, I was trying to tell you.
put you on.
Yeah, it's like, why would you not? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people do that, though. They live in that little fear thing of like, I don't know. Maybe not. And then they just get stuck in like a little rut. It's
like for me, I don't know if it was as much fear. It was more like I just don't need people knowing how I feel. I guess.
Well, it was
I don't know.
prepared, right? You intentionally showed no emotion so that nobody would really like, it wasn't necessarily a protection, but it was like, here, look at this. Don't look at me right now. We don't need to talk. Like, I don't need you around. I'm here for something else.
I don't know. It's more just like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird thing. But you think that's good for today?
Yeah.
I think so.
Shout out to the mind.
And these mics.
One time for the one time with the mics.
Because we've had them for longer than we've supposed to. But it's okay.
Dear Guitar Hero, I'm sorry. I thought we would have our mics by now. Blame
He
Adorama.
said Guitar Hero. You meant Guitar Center.
Guitar Center. Asterisk.
All right.